Hi everyone, my name is Tatiana Wimley, and this is my research to practice presentation. So the topic that I decided to further investigate was, what are the effects of psychological and psychosocial interventions on sports performance? So what is psychological interventions? Well, in applied psychology, interventions are actions performed to bring about change in people. A wide range of intervention strategies exist, and they are directed towards various types of issues. The psychological interventions is also known to help promote good mental health in order to prevent mental disorders. So the different types, you'll have a holistic psychology approach, you'll have goal setting, self-discussions, so on and so forth. Now, what is the psychosocial interventions? Well, the goal of this is to improve one or more of the following outcomes: to reduce the impact of stressful events and situations, decrease distress and disability, minimize symptoms, improve the quality of life, reduce risks, improve communication and coping skills, and or enhance treatment adherence. And these types are learning coping skills with therapy, self-help, so on and so forth. Now, in my first study, the effects of psychology and psychosocial intervention on sports performance was a meta-analysis. In this paper, it synthesized the most comprehensive scientific literature that had evaluated psychosocial, psychological, behavioral measures for sports performance on factors in their athletic performance, and addressed some perplexing questions in literature on sports psychology, such as, do these treatments adversely impact the quality of sports? In this research, it has been shown that behavioral strategies have a more productive impact than merely providing the tools alone, implying help for cognitive methods, such as goal setting and pictures. So with an active social worker, such as a coach or your player, your family, initially, the evidence showed that coaches are the most successful service managers, actually. So possibly as a result of a more mature relationship and a relationship between a player and his coach. Therefore, it may be helpful for a clinician to involve a coach to achieve success while providing therapy. So, like I said, the purpose of this paper was to synthesize the most detailed studies which analyze the impact of athletic measures on the athletic performance factors such as health, overall, and competitive sports quality and practical tasks through mental and behavioral and as well as psychosocial interventions. As you can see, there were implications in this research, but incredibly positive impact of sports interventions provided a strong scientific proof for the use of the methods and gave the career validity. For my second one, it was a qualitative analysis of holistic sports psychology consultant performance. So in this holistic psychology session, it helped shape fresh topics that help illustrate the athlete's individualized growth. The paper says that the holistic sports psychology included 3 views. View 1 was controlling the psychological impacts from non-sport field to the achievement of the individual. Number 2 was improving the individual's heart further through the athletic person, and number 3 was recovering. The aims of this study was to clarify what holistic exercise ethics is and to examine the person's philosophies of skills, advisors, convictions, values, theoretic paradigms, and training designs. Far as the results, the outcome chapter starts with a holistic sports psychology concept framework. This is accompanied by a demonstration of relevant ideas of the holistic sports intrinsic in the convection principles. As far as implications, the aims of this research was to clarify what it implies to integrate the athlete's holistic growth into several provisions of a consultant by offering appropriate elements of the competent philosophy of qualified holistic exercise science. So now I want to break down what is qualitative and what is quantitative research. So quantitative research is information about quantities and therefore numbers, and qualitative data is descriptive and regards of the phenomenon which can be observed but not measured, such as language. So in quantitative research, data is collected through measuring things. It's analyzed through numerical comparisons and statistics inference, as well as reported through statistic analysis. Examples could be constructed graphs, tables of raw data, rating scales, so on and so forth. For a qualitative method, it's a multi-method in focus involving an interpretive, naturalistic approach to its subjects matters. This means that the qualitative researchers study things in their natural setting, attempting to make sense of or interpret phenomena in terms of the meanings people bring to them. So the data are collected through participants' observations and interviews. It's analyzed by themes from descriptions by informants and is reported in language of the informants. For example, diary accounts, open-ended questionnaires, you have documents, participation observations, so on and so forth. So what I felt would be the most appropriate methodology for my research question was a qualitative research, because it uses a descriptive narrative style, which this research might be a particular benefit to the practitioner, as she or he could turn to qualitative reports in order to examine forms of knowledge that might otherwise be unavailable, thereby gaining a new insight. The qualitative descriptions can play the important role of suggesting possible relationship, causes and effects, and dynamic processes. Because of close researchers' involvement, the research gains an insider's view of the field. This allows the researchers to find issues that are often missed by the scientific, more inquiries. Events can be understood adequately only if they are seen in content. Therefore, qualitative research emerges her himself in the field and natural surroundings. This context of inquiry are not controlled, they are natural. Nothing is predefined or taken for granted. And this is my research presentation. Hope you all enjoyed it. And these are my references.